Hello everybody, this is Spirelli and welcome to Divinity Original Sin. I just loved Baldur's Gate 3 so much and I'll have to wait a bit until it comes out, so here I am replaying Divinity. I have played it before as classical mode, normal difficulty, as a multiplayer, two lone wolves playing together with my husband back in the day. So now here I am playing it again, but I'll probably get to know the characters a bit that I haven't. The last time I also don't remember exactly how things went down. The Red Prince, Sybil, those are the characters that are like, that you can encounter. Custom, here we go. Dwarf, between haves and have-nots alike. Dwarves are fiercely nationalistic. Even the poorest dwarf would die for their dwindling kingdom, but not all would die for the queen. Weird. The annals of elfdom are written in flesh. Elves eat of the dead and absorb their memories. Now the elves are in peril, an unforgettable hero must rise. Yeah, I don't want to eat the dead. Human, adventurous, confident, flexible, at times even clever, humans are dominant and virulent. They always play the hero in their own endless war, even when they're the villains. Of course, you're always the hero to your own story. Lizard. To most, lizards are as exotic and mysterious as ancient empire itself. To the outside world knows them as warriors, philosophers, and slavers, to be respected and feared. I don't want to be a slaver. Oh, I don't want to be an undead. I think that everything is as undead as well. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go with the human, because I don't want to be a slaver. I don't want to be a dwarf just because I just was a dwarf. I want to be an elf because I don't want to flesh eat. And with the undead, you always have to hide your true self, I think. So let's go with the human. So rogue, shadowblade, wayfarer, witch, wizard, battle mage, cleric, conjurer, chanter, fighter, inquisitor, knight, metamorph, ranger. Okay, woo, there's a lot of them. I've picked one already because I looked at it a bit. I want to be a conjurer. Trust your personal demon and elemental totems to aid in battle. So I have elemental totem, target a ground surface and conjure a totem of the corresponding element. Each turn this totem will fire projectile at enemies in sight. Sounds cool. Dimensional ball. Shoot a volatile ball that deals 6 to 7 of a random type and then creates a corresponding surface. And Conjurer Incarnate. Conjure a personal elemental that matches the crown surface it's summoned on. Your Incarnate can be buffed with infusions. Once you hit summoning ability level of 10, a colossal Incarnate champion will answer your summons. Which just sounds insane, right? So let's look at what we're gonna look like. Dune, honey, a walnut. Do I want to have a walnut face? Caramel, I like caramel. This is so much older than the game we just played. That seems cool. I mean, I always like, how much does it matter really? Because how are we gonna wear a helmet? Oh, no beard.
Nice try.
Prepare yourself. You're not trying to escape, are you?
Greet the Reaper for me.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Almost got me that time.
Gonna get annoyed of all of them. So intelligence +1 determines the intelligence-based damage you deal, and constitution determines how much vitality you have. I have summoning, increases vitality, damage, physical armor, and magic armor of your summons and totems. Law Master identifies enemies and allows you to identify items. Increasing Law Master allows you to identify more and faster. To To identify, use an identifying class and select the item you want to identify. To examine a monster or NPC, select them and choose examine. Okay, and leadership grants dodging and resistance a bonus to all allies in 8-meter radius. Cool. And then I have skills. Conjure. Incarnate. Oh, I've looked at those. These are my 3 skills that we've looked at before. So talents. Pet Pal. Enables you to talk to animals. Oh, I've mentioned that I think in the other game that I wanted to be able to do that. Yeah, last time we just took 2 lone wolves. This bonus is temporarily removed while there are more than 2 members in your current party. So if you want to have a 2-player game, both of you will be lone wolves, and that's how you do it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with Pet Paul because that seems what it's recommend. My origins. Barbarian? They call you a savage, an animal. They don't know what it's like to need to fight tooth and claw to survive. You do. Quick with a whip and swift of song, you are an entertainer above all. You can disarm the public with your bawdy tales and mesmerize them with midnight frights. Mystic cracks in reality led you to other times and places, some of the void, some of the gods. Your vision's not quite your own, but you can make use of it. Oh, that sounds cool. Noble is boring. Born to riches and luxury, you have an aristocratic bearing, eloquent speech, and the finest men of outlaw. Beg allies and rooftops known well the treat of your abode. You've got friends in low places and enemies to match. Scholar, intelligent and curious. Your appetite for learning far exceeds a taste for bloodshed. Books and scrolls are your dearest possession. Or soldier. Trained in order, obedience and warfare, you know the difference between lettering and enlightenment. I know that too. Lieutenant? I just don't know how to pronounce it exactly. So, let's be mystic. Human, male, mystic. Instruments? What does that mean? Okay, I'll select the tempura. I guess that's all. Sure you are done with character creation, I hope so.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken, but instead I became part of their story.
So beautiful. Not the story, but like the images. Oh, look at the loading screen. That's some some major difference to Baldur's Gate, but then again, so is in the game.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Okay. Here we are then. You're releasing me?
So it wasn't a dream after all. I don't even remember them strapping me down. I don't even remember them strapping me down.
bucket, helmet, 2 physical armor, mice to initiative. I'm not gonna put a bucket on my head. What is this? Source color cannot be unequipped. Okay. Well, I guess I better start exploring. Game saved. I'm gonna take that. Anything else here? Ooh, a ladder. Can I move this? Oh yes, I can move items.
An animal sty, freight, or food.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
I can talk to them, can't I?
Fresh meat. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg too.
Sniff and tell the sheep you don't appreciate being like a farm animal.
Here, you're more animal than me. Sorcerers are bad news, and the Magisters know it.
With 2 shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse her hay-filled manger.
Well, I'm very glad that I took the scale where I could, you know, have this conversation instead of not having it, I guess. Let me just had to redo some of the buttons.
Did you expect a needle?
Yes. Oh, I didn't want to pick up the crate. Here, leave it there. Thank you. So we have to go the other way around. Ooh, I'm kind of like super excited because I don't know much of this. Oh, this is locked too. Wait, then where do I find the key? Oh, there is this. No, I don't want to leave the tutorial deck. I need to find the key. Or do I have a backpack, seemingly bottomless. So where is that key? Can you tell me?
Get your dirty little paws out of my hair.
Yeah.
Did you expect a needle?
No, I expect a key. I need a key. Can't be stuck in a tutorial level. There is the key. Pret him apple pie. Read. Orders from the guard steward. Important. It's come to my attention again that several of you are bypassing the cargo hold security measures by sliding boxes onto the pressure plates. This will not do. The purpose of these measures is to require the presence of at least 3 magisters at a change of shift. Any deviation will result in at least 1 magister getting thrown overboard. Make sure it isn't you. Okay. These are the pressure plates, right? Okay. It's a bit tedious, but okay. Click. Let's do this again. I mean, this is the tutorial area, so I guess nothing of real importance will happen here. Okay. Saving, game saved. Okay, I was oil.
You there? Come here.
Yeah.
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
I'm carefully. Why is he in a cage in the first place?
Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here.
So, what's in it for me?
Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
Sure, let's do that. What can I do?
A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal.
Okay. So... okay.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me?
Don't mind the glowing band I have around my neck.
Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
So, I don't have the overlay of like how well I'd be doing in it, but I think I have Constitution the best. I heard him yelling from above. Oh, I heard yelling from above. He needs to get up there. Success.
Damn. If it's not one thing, it's another. And no way I can trust those fools to deal with any nonsense on their own. Can't leave the prisoner alone, though. He's been nothing but trouble, I hear.
Intelligence. Remark on his sturdiness of the cell bars. The prisoner's not going anywhere. Failed. A persuasion 0 needed to.
If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, Emoire? We're taking a walk.
Well, that's nice. You're gonna go out then. So you're out. Is that good?
Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
No. No.
What?
You most certainly. That's my problem solved. A dead Magister.
So
Somebody
much
will have
for
to
a
take the
peaceful
blame for this.
stroll.
Why are you
It
attacking
won't be
me? I tried to let you out. Okay, wait. So I'm new to this. If I put it on here, is it gonna be a fire element? Why am I not having tutorials? Like, I don't have any tutorials coming up. Is it because I played the game before? Because I'd expect some. No, 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 what are you doing? I accidentally clicked the candle that's in front. I like my fire totem. Okay. Doesn't have anything on me. Electric discharge scroll. I mean, it makes sense that he wouldn't have anything on him. Laboratory key and gold. Anything in here? Not really. Okay, they don't moan loudly when they go upstairs here. Some healing potions. Those will come in handy. Can't interact with any of the books. So there is poison here. Oh. How do I... can lay down and be poisoned. Oh, that actually recovers my health. Interesting. So I kind of can just go through the door. Locked. Wait, but I have a key. Oh, I can combine stuff. Okay, let me just check why I don't get tutorial. Okay, I don't know whether I fixed it. So... oh, what's this? Oh, a medical cabinet. Empty bottles, I'll take it. Something. Minor healing potion. Another one. Well, I can just go to bed. Well then let's go the way around. Maybe the keys for the other side. Very weird otherwise that I'd get a key but nothing to open it with. Like nothing that it opens. How do I use keys? Why don't I have tutorials? Okay. So, my online tutorial tells me that I'm supposed to kick in the door there. Could use fire, which I was thinking about, but I don't really have fire other than a totem. I will have to figure out how everything works without having tutorials, which is really weird. How do I attack? That's the thing. Like, it's locked. I know. How do I attack stuff? Inventory, skill, crafting, world map, journal. Actions. Basic attack. Basic attack on the door. Okay. I'll figure this game out. There we go. That's how I open a door to the other side. Okay. Is there anything in here? Anything like why did I do this? Deck of cards. Cool. Did I do this just for some cards?
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
I guess. Do want to heal though. I'll be right. Okay. I just ran all the way around, so now I'm ready for whatever's coming there. Small tome. You discovered 2 new chronicles. The Merry Weather. Get your bearings, then go to upper deck. As sorcerers, we have been arrested by the Divine Order. The prison island of Fort Troy awaits. Find someone to help you to remove your source color. I'm bound by magical color that cannot be removed.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
Oh, there's somebody standing there. You unmind me first, you know. Picking up a bunch of stuff. You have time, right? I don't know whether I'm picking up the correct things, but I'm picking up things. Oh, I don't know whether I want to have that.
Empty.
Empty now, is it? Candles. Read. We have too long presumed swords as a virtuous part of civil society. Yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc that magics may wreak. One day, another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of source colors provided by Redman is proving most effective. Grotesque jar. Yeah, I don't want to have a grotesque jar, thank you. And let's quickly save and then see what you want.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes.
I'll need to write
Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Your Magister.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Mystic. I had a long black dream about a ship sailing the river of the dead. But you're not dead, are you?
No. You're alive, and you're having a conversation. You are on a ship, of course, but luckily for us both, we're merely sailing the plain old sea.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
I pull up a thing around my neck futilely. I want to know why she collared me.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
She might be playing a trick. I won't do it.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
Shaking my head. I'm not gonna do it.
My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all. Though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
I need to mention that there was a little accident of sorts in the cargo deck. The prisoner's dead.
Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
Yeah, I gotta go now.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
No marks. No ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
You weren't this man's protector, you were his captor.
Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Well, maybe I can. I'm a sorcerer after all.
Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
You really think I'm gonna help a magister, someone who's keeping me under lock and key?
Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. We want to find who did it and bring them to justice. Who's your real enemy here? You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to steal from them, I just would like to investigate.
It seems as though there's
Oh, there's some items for me. Could go up deck, but let's go further in, I guess. Oh. A lot of people in here. Some gold. Oh yeah, sheep.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
I'm admiring the sheep's wool, asking if I might take a bit.
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
So if I find some, I can take some. That'd be awfully nice. So I guess I have a murder to investigate now. What are you doing down there?
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Might I join you?
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Can you read the future in Cowan Trails as well?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it too.
I bet.
I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Absolutely. I don't see why not. Here's my arm.
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
That is exactly right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
Whose fate are those dice deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Okay. I guess I'll see more of you. Crazy.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
So many people to talk to.
Those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
This doesn't look like they're up to good things. Oh. Sometimes I'm picking up the weirdest of things that I do not want to be picking up. Hi, I think he is one of the... Yeah, the Rat Prince. We all talk to him.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this Trampyathan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
I'm gonna move closer to him.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Yeah.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Why does the Magister suspect you of murder?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
What do you do to find yourself at the mercy of a subordinate?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
I'm kind of curious about the murder. Did you do it?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Well, do you know anything about the place we're headed? For Joy?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
I have no interest in Alexander. All I care about is surviving for Joy.
Not interested in the son of the divine himself? I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
My name's Spirelli.
Magister Victor looks at you
I
suspiciously.
clicked the wrong one.
Then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
I'm just clicking them by number and I clicked 2 instead of 1, so I told him that my name is Jill.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Okay. Interesting encounter still. But I want to go to the Red Prince.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse.
So lizards are slavers in this universe.
All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'm gonna slap away his hand hard.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I can tell a turkey from a turnip.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
I'm gonna stick a thumb through one of the holes in my garb. These provide cool in summer.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up.
You're wearing the same.
On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
Rub my chin and telling him, oh, I can't recall the last time I bathed. What month is it?
Just as I thought. That explains what's besieging my nostrils. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we?
Yes, please.
As per your own testimony, you have the taste buds of a dung beetle, the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit, and your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun.
Sounds about right.
That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Well, I'm gonna make a sad face. I'm so mightily disappointed.
I know, but you just don't have what it takes. A good slave's made of sterner stuff, I'm afraid. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
I will. So yeah, I think he's one of the characters that I could be traveling with later on.
Tell you if you can...
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
It's terrible.
Rotten Ben Mezd.
Let me pick up the beer
Your
here.
kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, we've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here,
Okay.
we'll hang you right over the side of the
Oh,
ship
there's
with
more
it.
people here. There's Gil and a beast.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd
What do you know about the murder on board?
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about. I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who done it too.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose once more.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
So what am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
Okay, let me quiet down and listen to the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
Ship's moaning like a sick man.
Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more. Listen close.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes and try to let the ambient sounds of the ship fade
There
away.
now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Okay, I heard it. What's it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Pardon my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water.
You shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here.
Why are you excited about reaching for joy? I've heard nothing good about this place.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
If you have an escape plan, I want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Okay. Guess another character that I could be traveling with.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Mm-hmm.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
I'm gonna look at them. Who's Lucy?
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and nods pointedly at the excited children.
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The children break out into giggles.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
That's true enough. Lucy, you presume?
You presume right.
I presume. Do you know anything about the murder that happened aboard?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Do you want to come with me?
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
I bet.
You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
What?
Good luck, Chief.
That was weird.
Surely.
More people to talk to?
What are you trying to hear anyway?
They're also interesting, and I bet I have to choose, because I can only take 3 of them with me, can I?
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
I am reading. Is this not evident? My book is in my hands, my face turned away from you. Perhaps my eyes not on the page. Damnable things.
Are you undead?
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
No, they are working quite adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really.
Who are you?
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
What exactly are you seeking? There's a lot of knowledge in the world.
Is there? Wherever do you keep it? Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe.
Oh, minutes, wow.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Well, the Virulent's history is the battle between source and the void, good and evil, light and darkness.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
I've often pondered the nature of the gods, but I don't have any sure answers.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Well, why are you so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
Fine, fine.
I've seen more appetizing things coming
Here
out
to
of
register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
I've been through worse.
Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. He's God-woken, you know. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Thank you.
Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
Sounds nice.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella? Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Not me, though. I'm the protagonist.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
What do you mean by there are others whose lives must end?
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Okay, that was not really a fight, was it? There was one attack and it's done for. I didn't do it, by the way.
What's happened?
Just so everybody knows. Bottle of wine. Pumpkin soup. Hammer. Fish. Sure that in a situation like this I wouldn't have anything better to do than to pick up food. Oh, items. Okay. Rusty two-hander. Improvised wand. Makeshift sword. My first bow. So there is no system I could have two. What do I usually do? I don't know what a sorcerer is usually taking with him. There's nothing in there, is there? Oh, but I can open it. This is locked. What are those? More cards. Attack. Oh, no. That's 431 damage. Well, let's get back then and oh, wait! The people in here all died. All the magisters died. Well, let me... Is the ship filling with water? That's a key. And everybody else is unconscious. And I'm just picking up beer. Is there more stuff here? I'm sure you're too. You're dead too. Oh, the sheep's dead. No! I want to find shears. Gotta loot them all. Gotta loot them all. Okay. Wait, there's a poetry book. But I think I'm gonna read that later. So I picked up keys. Should be for here, right? Okay. Very interesting. I'm intrigued in the characters. Yeah, I think one of the characters that we can meet is definitely an undead, and it seems like the elf can completely control... Oh, it's not the key for that. Can I come in the other direction? Have I been in this? Oh, I've been in this room. Never mind. Never mind. Let's just go up then. Hello there. Who are you?
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching.
What's the matter?
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls. the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
Sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please, make it stop.
I'm not the one who did this. I'd stop it if I could.
Sorcerer!
The dog whines and continues pawing at its nose.
Oh, poor dog. By the way, shoes to wear and a cap. Sure, I look much nicer now.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards!
I'll attack this one, it's only 30. Oh. Gotta click attack again. Come on, almost open.
Thank the gods! By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
What is all the destruction around me about? What's going on here? What is it? What have you seen?
Like you don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too?
What is? Who's this woman? Is she a sorcerer?
Curdled my blood when she appeared. Ship shook like a typhoon had struck and then she was gone again. Look around. You
Well,
see
there
how that
is-
story ends? Nothing but sauce can do this.
There's no mutiny. I almost died at this woman's hands.
Your lies.
Okay. Well, what will it be off if the surface? It's just, you know. Hey! Can make it out of fire. Excuse me, would you not do that, please? That was not necessary, was it? I just came here for the looting. Shabby ladder. Is the book gonna... There, the book, the boat. I can take a whole painting with me. Is that actually gonna sink after a certain amount of time, or do I have just like as much time as I want to look around? It doesn't seem time.
Before this thing snaps into splinters!
More dead magisters. Picking up so much money here. And a log. Okay, I guess. Wait, I think I can use this to stop fire. Can I not? Yes. Another note. Who's here? Fane.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no. What
damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree. It catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
Something very familiar about the way that you hold the book.
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to.
You're the elf. You're the elf that was reading the book.
Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
Yep, that seems quite sensible.
Indeed. Just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Well, we seem to be quite clear on that, so... Let's do continue. It's always...
Gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
Always enough time to loot corpses.
Gods damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick!
Gold cup. Yes, we're getting off this wreck. It doesn't look like there's more in there than gold cup. So see, we're already turning around. Just bleeding a bit longer. Gotta this room, then we're gonna go up. Okay. I guess I gotta have to.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
Pull open the door.
It doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
I don't think I should be going into this. Death fuck, instant dead for the living. So this is something only an undead character can explore. Which I'm not. Because yeah, they have faces, they have to wear faces. Which sounds rather difficult. Okay, tentacles. Yes. So, I'm gonna leave it at this. Well, not done with the intro, but this is an hour long already. So, yeah, this is really, I already like it again. The first couple of moments was like, oh, what's the graphic? But I'm pretty sure that when I played it first time, I was like, oh, what's the graphic? But yeah, you know, considering, like, comparing it to Baldur's Gate, obviously, it's not that. But yay! More story to explore, more fighting, more characters to form bonds with and travel together. Just welcome back for more. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back soon.